this is Zubi Masters returning to my Let's Play the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Like the investigation. Have you been getting back to the shop? Sorry, it looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello. Why the surprise look? Did I mention I got a boyfriend in the criminal case? Dude, what happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You looking for a doggy that's lost in the herd? Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I'll warn you, fan letters of me go right to the spit tune. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe investigate. Gumshoe. Oh, that old cow dog. He's hiding holding a birthday party or something. Looks like we should state a letter of introduction. It says invitation. I think we'll just miss. Wait, why am I getting all this? That proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I'll better let you in then. Thanks, officer. That's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. If you'd like for settlers, strike out the land unknown. Manifest destiny, let's have a little hoot-natty. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Miss Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. It's like a cell phone. Scientific analysis just as belongs to the victim. Can't think of anyone else who could belong. So what's so scientific? Should we choose? Right, let's check it out. This phone's still on the redial screen. Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of the calls they made and received. You should press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? Right. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know when people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Now to see the owner of this phone. So he doesn't think first, he should push the button. Hey, that song, I know that. What's going on over here? Oh, sorry. See your partner? You pressed the redial on that phone, didn't you? Yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It's on the ground over here. Whose is it? It belongs to Chief Prosecutor Scott. What? It's my sister? Apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Looks like the last call she was right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Sadly, she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled rings. Sorry, that was my phone. Your phone? Yeah. It's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. I hope you're not lying. And I'll shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Oh, I didn't see the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. like a note of some sort. Something's written on it. Alright, let's see. 6, 7, S. Hell, for indulgent reasons, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm not sure if Edgeworth would know what. Buy my hamburgers for you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job, that's... For a visitor's park, I can see the lunchtime cars over there. They're far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like that cute design on the door. I see a cartoon cow. I'm munching down a juicy looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about living mine. Tell us more about the victim. Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman, he was a detective, right? Well, well, aren't you a fussy dog today? Detective Goodman was a state captive here at 515. Smiling on told me. Still, I think she means the witness Miss Angel's thought. Having the chest a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Sister involved with the victim in any way. It's funny you should mention that, Mandy. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman have nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the Chief Prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here into this parking lot. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? Calling me out, they'll shoot you for that intent. I was them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, I'll tell you. Really, now you tell me. But you're a patrolman now. How can you be in charge of a crime? Gets by each other thing. Why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hand right now. I'm keeping an eye on it. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe says he had nothing to do, nothing important at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that you can't find this tail. Maybe that's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth. That cow dog's been kicked out of his cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he just don't realize it yet. Gumshoe kicked out of his investigation. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yes, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you're... I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. This is all dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutors. And or ill will, something's up to something here, but who? Suspicion about it, Mr. Edgeworth's been flying around nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and range testimonies. It's unbeatable because he did whatever it took to get unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? There are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to the source, you'll find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person. Who? I hate to say it, but that's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't wrestle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with people. What you're saying is Edgeworth making deals to win trials. Where there's gunshot, there's bound to be bullets. The old timers say. Secret hide around here somewhere, everyone knows it. How my detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? They targeted him because he was the closest to Edgeworth? So how are we going? Got some clues. We have an autopsy report and a note from the victim and so we think we'll be okay. It's only the crime. She said she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. Let's see. The murder and the suspect, the top prosecutor in the district. I have a bad feeling. Like maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. How did the investigation go yesterday? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, Sid. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Defense attorneys should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrong. Never forget that. This guy, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decided difference between you and her. That is, you're not a defense attorney. Please, it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a fake. What's gonna bail me out this time? I'll be alone in there, so I have to discover the truth by myself. Let's do this, alright? I'll be with you the whole way. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I haven't been in a court since his trial. Hope that personal feeling will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. Choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unparalleled crime. Not only this, but she has rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office log. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime, a professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. She calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it. As for you, I have the Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So that's why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now! Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting. I find myself running Lunchland these days. So, what is you want to say, Mr. Edgeworth? No witness, please describe the incident. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished yet. Hurry up! Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. As Mr. Edgeworth said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star, or was a detective? Ah! I know who you are. Cough up queen. Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot of the prosecution office at Block A is the prosecution's office personnel. He is for visitors and clients. The chain define separates the two. I suppose that keeps the visitors from taking up personal space. That's take place by a car in the back of A block and the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with his knife and went to dive the blood feed out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this victim? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. And immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Does seem rather cut and dried. I can't agree on principle. Since some poor losers are unwilling to accept truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have in me? You can. Then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuition at work. Below the wired fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a guard's car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. She thrust the pointy tip of the knife into the Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching. As you can see, there is no room for pointing to your testimony seemed to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you said been stabbed into your Detective Goodman. So how does it feel to be utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about it. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well. Felt like, how would you say? idea what that means. You know, the detective. Wasn't the victim of Mr. Goodman also the detective? Well, he was like a young chief. A young chief? A pale white chief, not yet tamed with experience on the streets. A green one. Must be hard. Yellow and sharp blood attack. The odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, therein the lot held something stirring in the back of my mind. I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to that. My Garsh car. Mr. Edgeworth's car. Mr. Edgeworth? Incidentally, the knife in which the victim was stabbed was also wasn't. Indeed it was. What an odd coincidence. The person you saw, are you sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no other than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. She's telling the truth for me. Let's just do what we can, even if we don't have any proof. We can always hit him. We're dealing with Edgeworth here. We need something more substantial. Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her? She was holding a knife in her right hand. Tell me more about the knife the suspect was using. It said the blade was about 4 inches long. So, that right, it says 4 inches. Yes, that's about right. By nature, well first in the location of the man's life. I'm sure it was easy. And then boiling an egg of my egg salad surprise. You can't testify as her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? And she thrust the pointy tip into Detective Goodman's stomach. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike him. The defense is unfortunate by the time I realized it. It's going on too late. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the verdict. I see. It's only a flesh. Yet their methods are ugly. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lingerie uniform opinion is duly that they are used to racing. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt I had found a dream job when I became an investigator. If I had been laid off by the prosecutors up there, I'd still be laid off. She was fired? Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawed. This boyfriend is the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Yet another boyfriend position is still open for him. I'll stick with the legislation. Just that the judge has to think before the trial. Or it is in the law. You can see everything. The room with the security sign. Bring your lunch bunches by car. I've heard. that tagline somewhere. You call it cry plagiarist. It's the crime. Photograph just think I showed it to you, a prosecutor. Worked in the photography division of the criminal. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with a knife? Or he said yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But look at this photograph. Why is Miss Guy not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection? That had to be the weakest objection ever. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Taking the moment before the stabbing. Was the moment after the stabbing.
Objection!
And how can you tell that? Blood splat. Seeing the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's. But it's a black and white photograph. Yes, but it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Oh, well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem. Except you. Right, or you could just sit there and take that. You have a better idea? Wait, that conjecture what the witness said in her head. Namely, she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems a slight mind. That's it. If you run out of lunches, you order second. Problem. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understand, but it's good advice. I don't have time to stop. Prosecutor Sky was cold calculating like a robot. Without remorse, or remorse, it was a premature. Premature? How do you know? That's the chief prosecutor's hand in that photo. Those gloves? The gloves made of thin rubber, most like. Why would she have those on? If it's not for him, she would not be wearing those gloves. Yeah. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditation is serious. Witness, add this to your testimony. Wait, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife? The knife that was in Mr. Edward's trunk. Indeed, that is my knife. You prosecutors with this. Prosecutors left. We asked that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Sky planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate plan. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to plan, you don't forget the weapon. Order, order, order! Great, now the tide is turning our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister is good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. But the prosecution can care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant Lana Sky murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove, nothing else. Good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing it? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in and again and again. Sound a lot like premeditation. So, if I ordered pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? And a defense may now cross-examine the witness. You say she stabbed him again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under your feet as we wait, Mr. Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to loss of blood from one stab. Good show, Mr. Edward. What a hunk. He's my hero, right? What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness, you've got the crime scene set right. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from the victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Test it. Her red muffler. Or it looked like blood to me. That's how the whole scene was. A red muffler. Yes, it's like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one, so she can easily hang it at the moment's notice. Oh, that you mistook that for splattered? You've almost... for a bit. There's a bit of that's why this place feels so much like a kindergarten. Actually. I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on the matter. There was only one knife. This guy, I demand an explanation. The weakness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you provided yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady would be utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What about my injection? Chopped litter? But was there a scarf? No, not that, but really, something red, really. Well now, where were we? Has given us an entertaining interlude, but get back to business. What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You solved the crime and apprehended the suspect. Very well. I do remember some things accurate, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of it. The important part? The part where your sister stabbed the victim. And we might just be... After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition after I caught her explaining her right to her and arrested her on the spot. And yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why what had me confused in my other testimony. About the scarf, I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. It wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of... Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bit. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, knocking over an oil drum. An oil drum? Pardon me. She's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one, a leopard woman around. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination if you will. The suspect attempted to run behind a partition. So where is the partition on the floor? I'm sure you mean this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? I quickly caught her, explaining her right to her, and arrested her on the spot. You said quickly. Were you close to the suspect? Just as I said. I was only 30 feet away from her, right? I'd like to see on this floor plan just to be safe. Or what? Here. Or yeah. Yes. Over it, of course. Amazing. We'll do it, Mike. talking on her phone. Oh, she can't. You mean this? Telephone discovered the crime. Yes, ultimate. Ultimate. My memory is like a salmon heading upstream. No, the court doesn't see this stuff. Or him to use the phone hanging on the wall. The wall. That's right. Near the car. That was an emergency. Now order. Should of course add the series. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Mom. Weakness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal. Who would have thought you would be a knight in my shining honor, prosecutor? To you who, together with the chief, prosecuted me out like 2 years ago. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Look at the floor plan. You said you witnessed the crime from this spot. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making a phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the backside of the car. You were in Block B, you couldn't have seen. Order! What is the meaning of this? Your Honor, she's not coughing up phlegm, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told us. But what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky using that emergency. It does seem hard to imagine how she could have very logical. What's the matter, Star? Got your lunchbox? Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would Miss Star lie like that? Huh? Why would she say that my sister had tried to use the phone but failed? It doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant? I think she's right. Maybe she really did try to use the I see no room for doubt here. Nor the patooey on the rice. Right. The order of it. So I used the emergency before. I hadn't thought of it. Tried to use the emergency phone without a It would be pointless for Miss Star to lie. Pointless to lie, Say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using it would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. Now that's a pointless lie if I've Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell. Let me ask a question for our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the...
Take that!
It's true. That's all.
Objection!
Would allow her to see the emergency phone, yes. But if she was there, she would have been able to arrest her a while before the... Oh. I can run.
Take that!
Only place for room. I'm in it's well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire. Or the. How many years have I been getting the better of men? I think the tables turn today and man has got the better of angels. Order, witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective, you should know this. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I must make sure justice prevails. Guilty? She's talking about Miss Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Wright lie? This doesn't make any sense. She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guards. Change it. Hold it up.
Objection!
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If the witness found to be lying, they'd be guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. Tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. This guy witnessed the crime from the security guard. But she lied and said she saw it from Block B. Why, the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station's on the second floor and she would have three... changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. But look at the floor plan, it's quite clear. However, it's 30 feet. See how that would change what she...
Objection!
What she saw is not the question. What matters is the time it would take for her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard. Now, how long did it take you to go from the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss? Well, yes. You ordered the squid wheels. Quality of my lunches has gone from low to edible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with a fresh boysenberry jam to my boysenberry for the boy. So I wait. Time from the glass full of steak. I knew where I would when I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the pit. It's quite a detour. Probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene. 5 minutes? That's changes things. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I knew it. I had the photographic evidence. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. Have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar line? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Well, that's it for this video. Hope you like it and stay tuned.